A wireless microphone system that transmits up to 200 feet for under $100? I've got the Movo WMX-1 and we're going to test it out right now.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
So today I got my hands on a WMX-1 wireless microphone system from Movo. Now if you know anything about wireless microphones, typically they come in two styles, UHF or VHF. UHF or ultra high frequency are great for long distances and they're not prone to a lot of interference. VHF on the other hand, well, that's not so much the case. Those typically get a lot of interference and they don't work at long distances, which is why they're so much less expensive typically, because they're not worth as much. Well, this is what's called a 2.4 gigahertz wireless system, and it runs on the 2.4 gigahertz band, and typically these do not transmit at long distances. However, this new WMX-1 says that it will go up to 200 feet. Now this replaces the WMIC-10 by Movo, which typically would broadcast to about 50 feet. So we're going to test this out and see if it will actually transmit over long distances, but first let's take a look at what comes in the box. Okay, so here it is, the WMX-1, and we're going to take a look at the inside here. I'm just going to pop open the package, just like so. We'll take a look at everything that comes inside here. So as we open it up, it's a nice little package, and you'll see that you get this beautiful case right here. And inside the case will be your microphone system. So we're going to open this up and take a look at that. These are the transmitter and receiver. As you can see, they're very, very small, which is actually a good thing in this case. And then also in the package, you've got the wire to connect it. Fresh package. You've also got your clamp along with the muff on the end for the wind noise. You've got a connector so you can connect it to the top of a tripod mount with a cold shoe. And we also have a connection for a smartphone. So you can connect this directly to your smartphone. And of course, there is your actual microphone. And so that's what comes in the package. So now we're going to take it outside and we're going to give it a test. Okay, so I'm outside now, and right now I'm using the built-in iPhone microphone, which probably does not sound great. There's traffic, there's wind, there's all sorts of things going on out here, and of course the built-in microphones are never that great. So what I have here is I do have the lapel mic already attached to me here, and here is the transmitter. Okay, you can see that it's got a battery compartment right on the bottom, which is nice. You can use that without having to take anything apart. You can just open it up and pop them in there. On the top there, you'll see that we've got the microphone plugged in, and there's also an auxiliary input there if you need to plug something else into that. There's also a nice clip there so you can clip it to your belt. And I'm just sticking it in my pocket. Now the other half is the receiver, which is right here, and you can see that on the bottom, same battery pack. On the top, you've got the wire plugged in there, and you can also plug in headphones if you want to monitor what you're doing. There's also buttons on the side here for the on-off switch, and you can actually change the channel. So let's grab this, and we're going to plug this bad boy in. I've also got on this end, by the way, I'm using the TRRS. This is the plug that has the 3 lines on it, and I'm attaching it to the iPhone 11 using the iPhone dongle. So we're going to plug that in here. Pardon my hands. Take the receiver and we're going to put it onto the top of the phone because we're using the Movo GR1 to hold the iPhone 11 in place there. And so now you should hear a big difference in the sound quality using the wireless lapel microphone. So what I'm going to do is down this alley here, I'm going to walk backwards and we're going to see this doesn't quite reach 200 feet, but we're going to see how far we can get. There's some squares on the ground here that are about 7 feet. And so for each square that I go down, I'll know that I'm doing 7 feet. So right now I'm literally standing about a foot away from the phone. So I'm going to back up a little bit here. Okay. So right about here, I'm probably about 10 or 11 feet away. Hopefully this still sounds really good, and we'll move down even further. So 11 feet should work very, very well. Okay, so here we're about 25 we're about 25 feet away, and still we should get some pretty good sound on this. The old WMIC-10 could go 50 feet without any interference or any issues. So hopefully we're getting a nice clear sound right now. We'll find out when we get back to the lab. Okay, so here we're probably about 50, maybe 60 feet away. The old WMIC-10 would probably start to lose a little bit of its effectiveness from here. Hopefully the WMX-1 is still picking up really well, and we're going to move down even further. So right about here we're probably at about 70 feet. And that's a pretty good distance, and so again, this alley is not going to take us to 200 feet. However, the end of this is probably about 130 feet. So if we can do well at 130 feet, then we know this works pretty good. So I'm going to move on down again. This time I'm going to go all the way to the end. And you can see my back is to you right now. We may lose a little bit when my back is to you, and that's one thing that I wanted to test with this. And then when I turn around and have a clear line of sight, you should be able to hear me at this distance, because we're probably about 160, 170 feet away, which is pretty good. And hopefully you can still hear me nice and clearly. And if so, then this is a great mic, and it does exactly what it says and gets us sound from about 200 feet away, because like I said, about 170 here right now. So anyway, we're going to take this back to the lab. We're going to take a look and listen to the sound and see if we get the results that they claim we can get with this. Well, there you go. That's the WMX-1 from Movo, a wireless mic that performs far better than I ever thought it possibly could. A non-UHF microphone going nearly 200 feet with perfect sound and no dropouts really, really impressed me. So if you want to start improving the sound of your videos, well then you need to pick up a mic just like the WMX-1, and you can do so by clicking the link down below this video or by visiting pocketvideopro.com/WMX1. And we'll see you in the next video. Hey, it's Ray again, and thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed this, well, we have an entire channel filled with videos that are going to help you with your video production and marketing. In fact, I've picked out a video right here that you can start watching right away. And if you are just getting started with video marketing, we have an entire starter pack that you can get for free by clicking over here. So we hope you check that out, and we'll see you in the next video.